One of my favorite of the newer roguelike games that came out recently, Astral Ascent had a brand new update, releasing a brand new character known as Yamat. Here we go. Yamat is known as the Breach Traveler. Has really cool animations already. Almost low evil looking, but I think it's just like the kind of power she's using.
The hunt begins.
Wow, that was actually really good. As well as a bunch of new auras, and I'm sure some balancing and stuff like that. Actually, a lot of quality of life too, from what I've seen. I do have a little bit of time with Yamat, playing her offline, and decided that, you know what, the best thing to do to revisit Astral Ascent is to show you all the brand new character that dropped. So, as you know, Astral Ascent Action Roguelike game, spell slinging, but also like melee and range combat. Start every run off by picking an aura, which sometimes can help to determine what the build's gonna be. Full life enemies get lightning orbs. Lightning orbs spawn combustion. Bunch of stats. Target enemies on target hit by vulnerability and crit chance up. It's kind of interesting. I think target does crit by itself. This would be the neutral thing if we want to go full neutral. Let's take a quick look at the kind of spells Yamat has, because they're all really cool looking. Also notice I have a different outfit on. So basically, all of Yamat's stuff is a spirit animal that she used to keep as a companion. But I think Yamat's probably been alive for a while. Those animals are pretty much all gone. And now they take the form of whatever attack that she's planning to use. This, I think, could be kind of interesting. I know it's on spellcast do stuff. Sell that. Level it up. But if that can hit multiple times on one enemy and apply target, that's actually really smart. Draconic missiles can do electrify. 10% chance of an ice sword. I'm gonna do just one reroll here to see if I can get something generic. Missiles. It's not generic, it's neutral, which is something completely different. This is where you choose a weapon. I have all 3 weapons for Yamat. This is not her first one, this is actually her second one. Giant sword. Her first one is actually hand-to-hand. It's like a lot of forward attacks. And then her third is actually a bow that fires at range. It actually gets a bonus for having more attack speed, which is kind of cool. You know what? I'm gonna try the bow. Only because the missile set that I just took might actually make a lot of sense here. That doesn't really go into what her signature spell looks like. Every character has a signature spell. Hers puts her in like draconic form, which is like really, really sick. Ah, that doesn't aim up, that's sad. Her basic spell is just like a dark orb that fires forward. I want to say like Frieza's dark orb, but maybe not quite. That thing is giant if I remember correctly.
Can I go faster?
Yeah, she is gonna want attack speed here. So as I said, I have a little bit of hours on Yamat so far. I think she's an incredibly cool character. Even her dialogue is super fun. Kind of a mix of Sagittarius and maybe a little bit of Kiran. Let's go ahead and do this. This is a simple challenge rift, just don't take damage. Unfortunately, I like to move a little bit faster than the box does. So I end up in this situation where I always hit the outside of the box. So it's like a lesson in patience. Like I almost hit it just then. It's pretty well in sync though. That was actually pretty pleasant. I mean, I like to say I'm pretty decent at those anyway, not to toot my own horn, of course. I think the only one I usually fail is that one, only due to like going too fast. So if you don't know the structure of this game, Astral Ascent, it plays... Oh, I just used a health pot by mistake. It plays similar to other action roguelikes where you go through a map. At the end of the map, you'll have a boss to fight. In this game, there are 3 bosses per area that you get at random. You don't know who the boss is going to be until you get there, but you don't really have to plan for the boss, like some of the other action roguelikes. Pretty much every build can compete against every boss.
I'd better keep my pace.
Of course, this is a build-making game. Having a build is very important, but in some cases, you could probably win without a full build. I mean, maybe if you think about just pure mechanical skill. If you're good at the game, there is a chance you can just win without a good build. Unfortunately, I'm on difficulty 18 right now, which is not the max. The max is currently 100, which is something that they added maybe their last update? Not this current one, but one just before. Unfortunately, I don't have difficulty 100, just to say that right now. Now, if that is something that you all want to see, you could definitely let me know. But as of right now, difficulty 100 does not sound like something I'm skilled enough to be able to do. I have a little bit of farming to do. This is a rogue-lite as well. You're also leveling up your character. There's a bunch of new astral gambits. On spell refresh, create a pulse that does freeze. At the end of frostbite, create an ice detonation. Frostbite damage up. And then this one here, each stack of freeze increases crit rate. Well,
Please be good.
I'm not opposed to taking that. That means we're probably gonna want to see ice stuff. Ice thrower. I'm not the biggest fan of this one. Hailstorm. See, like, that looks so much better. We just need to turn this into ice somehow. I don't know if it has like a ton of synergy with my bow. This is Libra. Libra is neutral. Let's skip and see if we can start trying to look towards ice. Of course, ice isn't mandatory right now. It's still very early in the run. We can still go for that neutral missile setup. But at least we have like some ideas that we can like look forward to later. Ooh, did that hit me? Hope not. The butterfly skill, it's alright. I don't think it's hitting quite like how I want it to. I don't know how much mana it was. If it's a 1 cost, that would make a lot of sense. It's a 2 cost. And my floating thing is also a 2 cost. So it's like, I think I'd rather do this for 2 mana. Yeah, I guess you can see, Yamat flies quite a bit. Master of the verticality. I don't know if that's like supposed to be her specialty or if that's just how things worked out, but it's incredibly fun. Yeah, I guess. I was gonna say I shouldn't really look for ice just yet, but you'll never know. What if it's actually here? Because worst case scenario, we just start collecting ice. Wow.
I shall protect you.
Dang, I got hit by that. I mean, just being able to go in the sky to do dodges, that's like incredibly fun to me. More attack speed. I should have mentioned that each weapon has 3 different passives that you can equip. I do not have a passive for my bow yet. I just unlocked bow, but I've actually never used it. I've only used sword and fist on Yamat. Right now, I think I prefer the sword. Oops.
My tired.
Yeah, going into her signature is like really good. Especially monsters that can't aim up. Those big trees, or whatever you want to call them, those could aim up, which was kind of an issue. We'll grab this, put it on our neutral butterfly effect.
Let's do this.
Double the missiles, double the pogs. Even though we may not keep that,
Ooh, cold.
we may eventually swerve into full ice here.
Going.
So first mini boss, this thing is called Hydra. Not be confused with the new Avenger stuff coming out soon, which I know nothing about, but just everyone's super pumped up for, I guess, a Robert Downey Jr. as a Dr. Doom. Wow, the flotation on that is really nice. Okay, so this thing is doing its ult, which means my damage wasn't like sky high, but that's okay. Sick little dodge there. I think that was hitless.
One less ghost in this prison.
Defeat Star Guardian and without getting hit. Wait, that was actually something I need to do. Okay. If we unlock the passive, I'll be able to equip it a little bit later. So we have a Gambit slot unlocker. I'm gonna actually unlock here and then put ice on this now. In the event that we turn that into full ice, we will. We'll go into this Echo Room. What this does is it brings out like a guest character. Each one has its own effect. Like if we were to stick with the vulnerability, this is actually really good. Octave does Ice Fragment. Ice Fragment, does that have the ability to do Frostbite? I actually don't know. So like Ice Idol pulls enemies in as a chance to apply one freeze. Frostbite happens from freeze. Freeze slows down enemies and applies Frostbite after 10 stacks. So I think we do this. That activates when I use my signature spell. And we'll go even deeper for the aura. Octave, aka Sasuke, he's actually a really, really good Echo. I failed. Wait, I did. No, I still failed. Wait, hang on. My character's busted. I didn't make it. I actually couldn't go up any higher. I think she reached her vertical limit. I guess that's the balance. Prevent the player from just flying off the map. Like, look at that. The air superiority on Yamat is like really good. Can't dodge everything, but she does a pretty good job when she can. These are both level 2. I'm gonna sell. Thank you. Forgot when we sell, we have a chance to get a spell level up. Now notice, if you haven't seen this game before, notice my spells are in like a vertical column. I'm actually casting those in order.
Armor increased.
It might look a little bit like a deck builder of sorts, but it's really not. I'm casting these in order. This is more vulnerability. Interesting.
I need to pick one.
Alright, first boss coming up. Our build is not cemented yet, which is okay. A brief respite ahead.
Me? Taking a break? Pigs are gonna fly. Is this good? What do people do in these situations? Should I talk about myself? Well, maybe next time. Come on, let's go. Got stuff to do.
See, her personality is completely different
Welcome,
from
have a
everybody
seat.
else. The closest thing I can think of is the
Andromeda,
boss
I like
Sagittarius.
you.
Alright, we're looking for attack speed here in order to unlock our other passive. There's no guarantee we will be using that passive. It kind of depends on what the build's gonna be. I'm not gonna do Shooting Star. This would change, not change, it will level up in aura, and we're not positive which direction we're going in yet. Free reroll. We're looking for ice. I know I'm seeing a lot of ice sword, seeing some spirit sword, another ice idol. So those are on hit chance of ice idol, which I think is pretty strong, because that thing hits a lot. Dark Outbreak. This is not hers. This is a neutral. Can hit upwards to 7 times. It's a level 3, actually. We don't have a level 3 yet. Might be worth.
Good. This is how I will complete this prison.
Some ways people like to think about the game is to try to have spells of the right
Lovely
mana
to see
cost in terms of power levels. So like a level 3 is going to be
course I
your
am.
strongest spell. That's pretty general for everyone, I'd say. So in this case, since I don't have a 3 yet, maybe it's worth it to grab. Alright, first boss. This is Capricorn, I believe.
Yamat, please turn back. Your being here puts my visions in jeopardy.
We might be from the same species, but I can't understand a word of your mumbo-jumbo.
Yeah, Yamat is like a traveler. She's not imprisoned here like everyone else.
You do not belong in the timeline governed by peace. I must stop you here and now.
And really, all Yamat seems to care about is fighting. It's almost like kind of villainous, but I'm sure she is a perfectly peaceful character sometimes. Alright, don't forget to use our ulti whenever we can. That thing is very strong. Even like doing this,
You have potential.
that's kind of nuts, right? Okay, so I saw a little bit of icicles. I don't know if it was actually freeze or not. But Capricorn got destroyed.
The thought of my vision coming true in the near future makes me feel strangely restless.
I don't know what future he's seeing. Only future is his own loss. His own L. Alright. Ice swords. If enemy life is full, apply 2 freeze. This turns into on frostbite, do ice fragment. Interesting. Missile tech. So, wow, they're really showing me both of this stuff. And then this is a mana missile generator, which is also really fun. Let's do this. Because, like, we already have the Astral Gambit, right? We don't have to find another one of those. Unlike the missiles and stuff like that.
I might
So,
manipulate flames
if we
and
happen to
actually
go down that
fan
route, it might be
insufferable
worth
heat.
it. Basic hit pacification. That reduces damage I take. That's probably not that bad. Signature spell Sparks. On Draconic Missile, chance to do an Ice Sword. Ice Swords, I think all ice things have a chance to
power
apply
up my
freeze, which is half of what we're looking for. Okay, so this is our first passive. Mana Regen summons 2 Dark Crows that follow you and attack nearby enemies. Every time you take damage, a crow will disappear, reappearing after 8 seconds without being hit. And the crows also give you mana. This is the one we're working on right now, attack speed. And then kill for a Shadow Clone. We haven't actually seen one yet.
New power.
Alright, so we're a little low on keys, which is kind of necessary to reach that attack speed. The crows are fun. Already. The ice fragments are these little shards that are just flying around the arena. And trust me, I know there are quite a bit of things flying around the arena. The blue bouncing diamonds are mine. Yeah, we have quite a bit of effects going on right now. But funny enough, this is still pretty well controlled. I've seen a lot worse, and this might become worse if this turns into a full ice fragment setup. But that means the build's working. The less you can see on the screen, the greater the chance that my build's working. Okay, I cannot be touched by any environmental stuff. I take like 200% extra damage or something. It's basically like a Hades. Oh, something's here? This. There we go, easy. Alright. See if we can get more attack speed. There we go.
More speed.
Almost halfway there.
The Yali cares about these, right?
Thank you for the money.
Use my brain.
All right, freeze,
This place
missiles.
is huge and changes all the time.
Again, I'm not married to freeze yet. We just have like really, really fun times with each other. But if something better comes across in the missile tender, then we will swap. I'm actually gonna level up here. Because this thing has been incredibly nice. I do need to start thinking about leveling my other spells, though. Notice I have not needed to use any health pots yet, which is a pretty good sign. Okay, what did we get? No freezies. So I do believe we sell. Oh, I have a new thing where when I sell, I get the chance, not even a chance, I think it's 100%, it will refresh with another one. Unfortunately, I cannot sell this one. I mean, I guess in that case, you may as well equip it, right? No reason to just leave it on the ground. Well, this came earlier than I thought it would. So remember when I was mentioning that we want to think about ice. However, the stuff I picked up was all neutral. Well, you can go into this sun room and change one of your spell's affinities. Each spell has its own affinity. This is ice, this is neutral, neutral, neutral. If you don't know, it's the symbol that is above the name to the right slightly, that little diamond, compared to this one, which is the little, like, icicle, I suppose. So what we want is on hit freeze chance. Though the ice fragment sounds pretty impressive too. This is gonna go here. And now this is an ice spell, but then also every hit of it applies freeze, which is like incredibly strong, I feel. Ares is fire, I think? Go for key. The next time we see a Zodiac, we should just go for it. I can't skip them for long, or else we'll never have them. Whoa, I did not get the value just then. So I haven't actually seen the Astral Gambit, the freeze one yet, because no monster has gotten to 10 freeze. They all die before that happens, which is, like, not bad, I guess. But what it does mean is that we're not getting the true value of the Astral Gambit.
I'm bored.
There's even a new damage meter here, where you can kind of see what's been doing the best. So in that one room, I think the crows actually out-damaged my spells, which is interesting. Octave did quite a bit. But all the ice stuff, like ice fragments way down here. And so is the ice idol.
I'm bored.
Now we only, yeah, I'm moving. The only way to do those two is with two of my spells.
Forgot about these guys.
Like it's I probably should talk about like how this game works for those who haven't seen it. I'm talking as if everyone already knows this game. Which, if you've been on my channel, then I'm sure that you've seen me play it. But basically, each spell has affixes to it. Almost think of a Dead Cells or something like that. The affixes do various effects. Oftentimes, they are elemental based. And your own spells will even get a damage bonus based on the element matching it. So, for example, I wanted to make an ice spell. Every ice affix that's on it increases the raw damage of the spell.
Gambit.
Bring that in. Alright, so that's a fully decked out hovering storm. Which I feel like that thing is giga busted, but we'll see, we'll see. See if we can dig up more ice.
There are fun enemies in here.
Like, I'm willing to swap out Ice Idol, which is the thing I just picked up, for on-hit freeze. More attack speed. I'm only at 39 right now. Oh my god, we have a long way to go. So yeah, I'd like to say that my Astral Ascent gameplay is pretty good. That's not to say that the game is easy. Ooh, that was 10 stacks just then.
A gambit.
We still have neutrals, I believe.
Where to next?
This is Aura choice. I need spells,
So
actually.
cute.
Ooh. Increase frostbite duration by 2 seconds. Frostbite damage up on enemies with frostbite. Crit chance up. And nothing else is remotely as shiny.
I hope this aura's worth it.
I'm pretty sure that's gonna be worth it, Yamat. Pretty sure. You can trust me on that. So
Let's
this
do
game,
this.
I don't always think of it as a busted build hunter, but as you go up in difficulty, I think this kind of gameplay is required to get wins. Because like by the end, the bosses are extremely strong. Wow. Even like normal monsters can be really strong too. Okay, that's 10 stacks. I saw a lot of ice idols.
Out of the way.
Sova is popping off. That's one of our guests using the echo system. Nice. Let's read this. When spell refresh, do a pulse that applies 5 freeze. At the end of frostbite, do an ice detonation, a powerful explosion. At the end of frostbite, okay. So that's the big difference here. Frostbite has to actually end. And aren't we increasing Frostbite's duration? That means we're probably not doing that many detonations.
What'll it be today?
It's not unplayable,
Precious and cheap. You're the
but
real
that
deal.
certainly changes how often we're gonna see that. I'll do 1 point of mana. I like to keep relatively decent HP. Alright, we're gonna level up this.
Aura, sweet.
I can only do this 1 time. I actually might not have enough chances to do that anymore. Shooting star. Throw a projectile and it comes back. The marked enemies will explode. It is ice, but it's like not all that impressive, I think. Forbidden Flame. Demonic Fireballs. That sounds good. Multi-hit kind of locks you down, so we have to be careful about that. This is our last level 1 spell. Well, level 0, but it's also 1 cost, which could be an issue later. This was also ice. Now, of course, we don't have to, like, use ice. You could try to mix and match some other stuff in. I, for one... 2 life does not sound like a lot now that I think about it, so never mind. Scratch that thought. If I re-roll again, I should have enough money. Oh wait, that's Ice Sword. Ice Sword. 50% chance to apply 1 freeze. It's not a very high chance to do the Ice Sword. It's only 20%. We do have a multi-hit attack, so maybe we can make this proc. Either way, this should be good. Every enemy in this fire area, these are fire signs, of course. A lot of them do lots of ground attacks, so I think I can flotate over most of them. Sagittarius might be the only one who has a little bit more air superiority than me.
If you mention the dolls to anyone, I won't be able to make the Yollies happy anymore.
Sorry, Sagittarius. If I don't blackmail you, I know you won't give it 100%.
I think she only wants to fight. Like, these two actually are a pretty good match. Look at that. Incredible. Okay, so that's 10 stacks.
No! You won't win this fight!
Ah, I still dodged it. Okay, so I can never get through this fight without her doing her ulti, no matter how strong I am. It's like such a good way to dodge that. Alright, so there's her ult. Wow. Usually I get destroyed by that.
Target acquired.
Target acquired. Good job, Sasuke. Not really, in range. But good job nonetheless. I mean, all he has to do is put ice fragments on the field.
To frickin' kill you!
She's pissed. That's fine. She'll live. Alright, second boss down. Ooh, lots of ice stuff here. Before we pick something, let's check the damage chart. Frostbite did 829. Ice Fragment 550. Ice Sword, Ice Idol. Yeah, so if the ice grenade, whatever that ice detonate is, if it is on the board, it's not here. So, like, there's a chance this is actually doing nothing at all. But maybe we only care about the Frostbite. This is new technology. You can kind of combine 2 auras together and it'll do the level up, but I don't think I need that. This thing, however, on Ice Idol Disappearance, Freezing Needles, and damage up, 75? It's a big number. The one to the next to me is Poison. They actually did Quality of Life where you can see a general idea of what this wants to do on the bottom row of the auras. So each aura you can kind of see has little tags and is represented by an icon.
A new aura.
Okay. Ice is going live, I guess. Not exactly how I thought this would play out. I still have that targeting system too from the very beginning. Is this a skip? Summon a Yali? Don't want to blow all my skips. Adds critical hit chance to your signature spell. Increases signature spell cooldown.
Always
That
a pleasure
might
to
be
see
okay.
you, Chameleon.
I don't know how much we're able to spam it now. I need stars. Stars is how we're gonna get attack speed. Wow.
Pavo's on my side today.
I think I hit the
That's good.
jackpot. Okay, let's stick to what we have. Level up our Forbidden
New
Flame.
made with old. Wonderful.
And then start looking for... I could go money. Really, what I need is to level up my spells. So I think that means keys. We do have one more aura slot to get rid of.
Yes. Come here.
Ooh, actually, we have a spell we want to get rid of too. The butterfly one I have, it's okay, but I don't think that's really moved the needle. Ooh.
Stand back.
That was the ice explosion. From the ice idols.
Let's dance. So long, elite.
Okay. I think we have a game on our hands. This is kind of looking good so far. Let's see if we can get rid of the target system.
Where's the fun?
The first aura that we have. By the way, quality of life that was added. Previously, 4 was the maximum for auras, and they decided, especially now that there's a level 100 difficulty, they went ahead and added a 5th slot. Which I think, not only was it mandatory for high levels, but also the idea of making busted builds is probably one of the most fun parts, Astral Ascent. That just gives us more of that. I don't often go for attack speed when I level up my characters, but attack speed on the bow makes like perfect sense. Gonna turn into a Gatling gun by the end of this. Ooh. When enemies with freeze deal more damage, frostbite damage up. This is not the same as the one I already have. This one's actually different. When spell hit on an enemy with freeze, chance to apply frostbite. Interesting.
New aura.
I don't think that frostbite's fallen off. At all. I don't know if that's possible anymore. We're in this weird situation where
Combat is better.
like the astral thing I picked up is not doing half of its effect. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. It just happens to be like what our build's doing. Wow. I'm not gonna hold my breath though. I could easily lose this no matter what. The final boss, I would never underestimate that guy. Not anymore. I've lost so many times to him with like the most giga busted build I thought I could possibly have.
Clone?
Okay. I had no idea what that was. But can he aim up? Ow. Wait, the floor is lava apparently? Oh, he doesn't know how to look up.
What a fight.
I'm gonna sell this.
Nothing to be too excited about.
Because we're gonna need the money for the shop to start like rolling down for better spells. Better spells and higher level gambits. Another quality of life, you can kind of see the icon above the gambit. Do you know which, like, yeah, this is neutral for life, but you may not know that from just it being life in general. I do because I have a decent amount of hours in the game. You know what? I'll toss it here. It doesn't give me bonus damage. Ooh, tough choice. I can level up everybody by 1 using Forge. Funny enough, this Forge, they plan to do a rework on this. There's on the Astral Ascent Discord, the official one, there is a channel for announcements, and it actually has their new roadmap after the Yamat DLC. And they mention a rework of that area. Alright, this is Moon. Moon gives us spells based on the different characters. This is Ice. Pisces clone. I think it follows you. Summon several clones of ice that explode after a while.
A new spell. Good.
Gotta be
I
better
needed
than
that.
Butterfly Effect. It's a little tough. Wow.
An improvement.
It's a little tough because it activates as I move, and I feel like my current build is kind of stationary. Unless I'm in the air.
Let's do this quickly.
And if I'm in the air, I'm gonna actually use my health pot here. The health pots are actually, ow, collected. I did not think that thing's aura would be that big. Oh, these are all things. That's not helpful at all.
Run faster.
Astral spirits that all give rewards. I don't know if I've seen that before in this kind of room.
My magic is
But yeah, I feel like my build's kind of stationary. So when I pop this, I have to move. I mean, what's nice is that they kind of stay there. I wonder if I can just layer clones exactly where I'm standing. Because then that might be kind of sick.
But combat is better.
See, she only cares about fighting. I don't think she's evil.
Stand back.
She just really, really likes to fight. Alright. We're still going for attack speed.
Can I go faster?
Crit
Looks like I
chance,
can.
I guess that's okay. We're at 14%, but I believe we get crit rate from just hitting frostbite enemies. Oh my god, I did not mean to do that. I think I did it twice too. Magic Cyclone, Aqua Ball. Aqua Ball is a 1 cost, which is like kind of attractive, not gonna lie. We would probably get rid of our 3 cost. Like, do I really want to do that? This also does Ice Sword, which we're really invested in Ice Idol right now. I'll skip. I feel like I'm not hurting for a spell swap.
Feather spear.
That might be something that we'll need later, but as of right now, I think I'm
Need to
okay.
use my brain.
This levels up our spells. They could cost me HP. We have a little bit more rooms until the boss. The other one was some
I
affixes.
don't know what Pablo likes about
It's
this
also
place.
RNGs, like you can't guarantee you'll see ice in there.
New made with old. Wonderful.
Definitely Hovering Storm.
Seriously,
Oh my god, this is gonna hurt.
Pavo's on my side today. That's good.
Definitely Forbidden Flame. I'm not willing to part with another 100 though. And we have to go into an Eclipse room. I might have to use my health pot.
An eclipse.
Oh my, yeah, that sucks. I landed on that trap.
Target acquired.
Yes, please, acquire targets. This is actually a good place to get your health back, but it's a good place to die, too.
Let's have fun.
Yeah, it does kind of look like you could just place the clones down. I thought maybe I had to keep moving. Ooh.
Feather spear.
Like, I'm trying to pay attention to when I'm actually going to get that move specifically. Oh wow, I was scratching my shoulder. Did I get the reward? Yeah, believe it was stars, money, and then the health. Alright, so that was the last area. Boss coming up. I have full health
Always
pot.
a pleasure to
I
have
could
you around.
use it and buy one for 6. But I will trust in my
Andromeda,
abilities, I
like
think.
you.
Alright, I think we're pretty good on HP. Gotta start looking for damage now. One more attack speed point. There it is. Alright, that's big. So So we're 75 out of 75. Meteor Volley unlocked. That sounds fun. A lot of armor. I'm not going for crit because I think I have crit already. Okay, so we definitely want to use this. So we can get spell hit chance frostbite, or we can get increased frostbite damage. And I think we already found out frostbite damage is...
Hope this aura's worth it.
Not that it's carrying, but it's really good right now. Murder Crows. Multiple freeze chances. Is that better than my level 3? If they don't miss, right? I think that could actually be kinda good. And it's higher level too.
New power.
We'll do the Onslaughter. Work on that. There is 30% chance of Ice Idol here, which I think what we're probably supposed to do is start swapping out Ice Sword for Ice Idol. Fragment's good, Freeze is good, Ice Idol's good, Sword is not good for this setup. Now I could have put it on the empty slot up here, but what if the game just gives me something? Fragment? Spell cast Fragment? That's not bad for Murder Crow. Because, like, it only hits the 4 times. I feel like that's not really that many times. At least compared to, like, the floating attack, for example.
How's my fire? Ready? Good.
Yeah, we're not doing fire at all. Yamat, this is the opposite of fire. Okay, Pisces. We can do Pisces. This build is actually incredibly good against Pisces.
I spoke with the Master. He would not be against you taking my place as a Zodiac. What do you think?
Oh, wow. We're getting promoted? Elite employee?
Why ask that question if you already know my answer?
To distract you?
Yeah, Pisces, I don't know if she really, you know, belongs in here with all the others. Okay, Octave has never landed that, I think. Pretty sure. Okay, so she already ulted, but her ult is very different from everyone else. Ow.
My tempo is all wrong.
But look at that. Oh, that's so good. Rotate? Oh, that's 4 times? I gotta use the health pot. There we go. She landed on the clone. Actually, that's her attack. I don't think she got a chance to use hers. She died too fast. Alright, I see ice. On Frostbite enemy, create ice fragments. This... Sheesh. That's a tough call, right? So, we have raw Frostbite damage. Enemies with freeze take additional damage. This is 50% Frostbite damage. Like, I am slowly thinking about replacing Glacier's Fall. Slowly. I'm not quite there yet. 30% crit chance on Frostbite. So this is like a different version of this Astral. If we look at the damage charts, Ice Idol, Frostbite actually did the most, followed by Ice Idol. The fragments aren't doing too hot right now. So maybe we don't go down the ice fragment. When spell hit on a frostbite enemy, do an ice fragment. Yeah, maybe we forget about that. We are maxed out on slots, by the way. This is a combiner? Yeah, it levels it up.
An aura, sweet.
It doesn't matter too much because I could have done it myself anyway, but if I happen to see a different aura to replace the
I just wanna
first
get out of here.
Astral we
Too
found
depressing.
that increases frostbite damage, I might consider it. Okay, we actually have to equip 2 here. Chance freeze. Or the ice idol is only on every 40 basic attacks though. That sounds like a lot, but I do have attack speed. Chance restore mana. That's very good. And the ice idol came back, nice. Wow. We do have our brand new passive. This is Meteor Volley. Every 7 seconds, a floating arrow appears on the field. Collect it and get 4 multi-arrow shots. That throws 4 arrows at once. We have attack speed. This is a basic attack. Really, the question is, do we want the mana regen or not? Maybe I don't need that. Worst case scenario, we just swap back if we feel like something has gone horribly wrong.
Bravo, good bird.
Okay, so again, this is where the aura would be. I think I skip and go for money so we can start upgrading these gambits. Get rid of all of the ice swords. Oh wow, this was a free roam, I think?
Pavo left
I
something
can't
for
hit
me.
my own arrow.
Please, Jill.
Okay, so this is... We should just
Always
max this
useful,
out now.
Pavo.
We know for a fact we're going to do that. Oh, you have to pick it up. Okay, I thought you shot it. This is going towards... I've been digging the Forbidden Flame. You do kind of have to stand still when you use it, but other than that, it's like pretty decent. Ooh, I'm glad we have all these keys.
I'll crush my enemies.
Should not need more attack speed, right? Surely that's redundant. Hey, there's no way we need more than 78%. Jeez, I couldn't get over there.
One.
Alright. Gambits.
Quiet.
That's what we're looking for right now.
Too
Gambits.
quiet.
Rammies. I don't know his last name. If you know your X-Men, feel free to leave that as a comment. Alright, we'll go left, because we have this. I feel like we're a little low on raw strength
Defense
and
enhanced.
armor, so we may as well grab those when we see it. That's an enemy. Ooh. Wait, that's kind of fun. Oh, wow. Wait, why did they just blow up? Was that the freeze detonation?
Balloon will
That
be
looked a
happy.
lot stronger than I expected it to look. You think you're going?
What? You thought you could escape?
Even she said it. Keep in mind, this is difficulty 18. If you think V, you should have gone on difficulty 100 because you're too strong. I guarantee you I would have lost on anything higher than this. Alright, there's an ice sword in here, right? I did ice sword somehow. Idols, fragments. I know we're kinda not really in the fragment business. But we're digging the ice idols. The Elsas.
Hope they're fun enemies.
If we can
in
just
here.
spam those, then we're actually in good shape, I think. Finally. The sauce with the good positioning. So for those who don't know this game, as I said, we have guest characters who do stuff, and they're called echoes. when I start a run, I actually get some free echoes. Currently, I'm sitting on 5. Right now, we have the Astral Wish that replaces an aura when I recycle it. We have Sova Tornado. That's on just a regular cooldown. We have a Death Defiance. We have the Ice Fragments from Octave. And then Sova will mark an enemy and execute it. That's strong. Here's another one. I feel like these are very, very strong, so if they do show up, then you should probably go for them. Mana, Plasma, we don't care about. This is a neutral damage. I think it's like a Hadouken or something. When a Zodiac life reaches 40%, that's the enemy. Icky appears, gives you mana, move speed, and enrage.
Let's go.
Enrage is strength, I believe. Kind of interesting.
Quiet. Too quiet.
I don't know if I've actually used that before.
Target acquired.
Oh, I could actually go into my ulti and then grab the arrow. That's really convenient.
My magic is yours.
New target.
She's that crazy archetype. Like, what would you call that? I'm sure it has a name.
Fruits. I want meat.
You know what? I respect that. I've had a lot of fruit rot lately. It's not because I
An improvement.
don't want fruit, because I want meat. Very, very different things.
Shot.
Okay. Stern Presence. Let's just look at these. We're not gonna take them, though. And that gives you a big aura. That does even more hits. It's actually ice. I'm surprised about that. Level 7? I would just have to deck it out. This is our 3 cost. I partly think this is better than Pisces. This. We just have to put stuff on it.
Yes. Elite.
Because, like, we kind of want a 3 cost. I won't say I need a 3 cost, but it is certainly nice if we do have one. Fragments. Oh, crap. That's the difficulty modifier. Spawns little mushrooms that chase me down while I'm AFK. Alright, head in here. This always gives you an unlocker, which we
Very
need.
strong. Good.
And then if we
Will be
don't get
interesting
a gamut
after
we
all.
actually want, we just sell it. Okay, so this is a good fight. This is like the first constellation that they added in the game. He's like unfortunately weaker than anyone else, but I'm not gonna complain.
I love a good challenge, but they are creepy.
Like the first one that we fought in this run is significantly stronger than that thing. Than Lupus. 50% Ice Sword, we may as well. We'll put it here since this does the most hits. A lot more than the Murder Crow. Please give us ice. Please.
CS always had something for
Okay.
gold.
We're in there. This is all RNG, by the way. There's nothing to this, I assume, that's scripted. Unlocker. Really big Ice Idol chance here. And then this on-hit freeze. May as well, right? He said just deck it out and it'll be strong. We're skipping auras, I believe. Well, this is technically the last aura we'll see before the boss. Maybe we actually do this.
Quiet. Too quiet.
Like, if another Astral shows up, then maybe this was the right move.
Pavo's on my side today. That's good. Good job, Pavo.
Level 9.
Guns are loaded.
What a character. Like, who else could I just float from one side of the map to the other one? And of course, that's dependent. Oh, I think actually Octave can do that. He has some very good aerial moves that I forgot about. Alright, avoid these. They do a crap ton of damage. My aura does actually do all of my ice stuff. That's why I think this was so much better than Pisces. Not that the Pisces spell is bad, but for this build specifically that wants to stack all these ice things, yeah, we didn't get lucky.
Need to use
Oh
my
yeah, I
brain.
forgot about that. Oh, we never got another Zodiac. So remember in the very beginning, we saw Libra and Leo. What those were summons, almost like the summon in Hades. Except here, the meter is persistent from like one area to the next. So it's really like a bona fide ultimate attack. And unfortunately, we did not get another
Really
chance.
neat cocktail.
But that's okay. We got other stuff instead. I think it's gonna make us just as strong, if not stronger. Lots of strength. Avoiding attack speed, because I'm pretty sure we don't need it. The crit might be overkill at this point. We do not have any use for this. Astral Gambit. Each hit does a crit. Wow. I didn't even know stuff like that existed. Astrals for sure, but each hit crits? Because you can get critical damage too. As an aura, I believe. Ice Sword. Spell cast Spirit Swords. One hit mana. That would like kinda be nice. What would we get rid of? The fragments? It's only a 10% chance of mana. Like, if I could get that a little bit higher, I'll take it. Spirit Sword. We're not gonna get lucky. There's no chance. $10 life. Okay. Let's leave it at that. Because there is one more shop after this boss that has,
I'll
like,
make this one
everything
count.
giga leveled up. So we want to make sure that we have enough money for that, too. Can I lose to one of these bosses? Maybe? My Gemini's not that bad. They are, like, nasty, but I usually don't just flat out lose this.
To meet a pupil as promising as you are.
Gemini, the Zodiac's teacher who wiped out thousands of people.
We can show you, teach you, give you a taste of true power.
See, that sounds pretty evil to me. Most of the Zodiacs were captured and were like perfectly good people before that happened. That sounds like really evil.
Honestly, I'll take that.
What?
Feather spear.
Crap. Had to cancel. Look at me getting hit by every attack, by the way. Alright, crows. Crow country.
We must be more united.
I'm so far. Wow, that was a trap. They actually set up 2 literal trap cards on the field. And I didn't know how to dodge that. Sheesh. I tried to stay in the air as best as I could.
Osmosis.
Alright, this is ulti. We got the buff from Icky. That move speed is kind of getting wasted, though. Move speed and enrage. Oh, it was bottom first. I'm gonna heal. Float. Just really good gap close. I'm not gonna make that. That's nuts. Why is it so far? Okay. So that cost me a health pot. We'll have to buy one later.
How exalted. Your strength is beyond our wildest dreams.
It's a good build.
You're cooler than you look. I'll come back round.
She likes them.
Sincerely hope you will not. Your strength appears to be enough to fight the master.
Look at the frostbite going off in the background. Why do I have Snowflake? This effect that's circling my character is called Snowflake. This has Snowflake on it. Okay. Alright. So, I see nothing for ice. This is cool. 2 spirit swords. On hit, they can do toxic gas, but you have a permanent spirit sword. Wow. The auras are incredibly interesting in this game. Ooh, snowflake tech. Critical hit has a chance to summon a snowflake. But I can't possibly lose the frostbite damage. We look at the charts. 5,000 for frostbite in that fight. Ice Fragment actually caught up to Ice Idol, but I think that's because Gemini just does not stand still. And Ice Fragments hit the whole screen. It still says, yeah. Oh my god, my on-hit Ice Swords suck. Alright. So, Frostbite equals good. Ice Idol... But we have so much invested in Ice Idol right now. Let's not. I think it's bait. Alright, final boss. This actually went really well. I think this is one of my faster runs. And I still talk a lot. I still stop to show you all different things. Ooh. One hit freeze. 50% Ice Idol. So these have to come in somewhere.
A mythic gambit, finally!
Who wants on-hit freeze? 20% Ice Idol's not very good. This already has on-hit freeze, so maybe we want to spread this out. We said the Ice Sword was bad. Ice Idol, 50% on-hit. That can give us quite a lot of Ice Idols. Maybe too many. On hit, 20% chance of mana. I think I have to take this, because this is actually very, very useful. I know we're losing some, like, base damage on that. But when you can't actually use spells, it's really nasty. Technically, I have attack speed, so... Like, we can get our mana back relatively decently. If you have no attack speed, it's worse. So whatever that is, it's freeze. 20% chance of freeze. On our... Oh my god, this is also freeze. Absolutely. Okay, this is our last chest. Spell level ups.
An improvement.
Okay, this is gonna go towards the aura. I think we might max out at 11. I don't remember if I have my max set higher than 10. Okay, yeah, we can go to 11. Nice. Alright, last thing, we have this over here. We can change passives if we want, but we're not going to. Because I think... Actually... No, because I'll get hit a lot. Every time we get hit, we lose the crows. We need these. That's a health pot. Here... Crit. Armor. Oh, big. Was that the first one we've had? The first, like, prismatic drink this entire time? What in the world? What is that luck? Negative luck right now. Anyway. The best cutscene in all of roguelike gaming. Funny enough, we have that YouTube vid up right now about people being upset when trailers don't match the gameplay. I've seen a lot of really positive responses to that. One that's really stuck to me is imagination. Like, the trailer is giving you the imagination to put towards the actual gameplay. And I think that's very, very accurate.
The voices as well. You want to enslave the universe. Join me.
No.
True. We are alike.
Don't do it.
You can be by my side for eternity. I am not like your mother. I will not forsake you. I am your refuge.
My mother? No, I won't be your ally. There's no way.
She almost fell for it.
Feather spear.
Okay, so I see a lot of crit damage. His health bar is kinda melting, not gonna lie.
Taurus is a prisoner of mine.
Ah, the flames. I rolled the wrong way. Look at the freezies. Big aura. Aura times 1000.
I know nothing.
Unk got positive aura right now.
Kill.
Wow, I never dodged that. Okay, so there's Icky's buff. It's not completely wasted because we will have these clones to fight. Ooh, that thing melted. Dang. So, is there a lot happening on the screen? Sure. I won't say there's not. Would I say that I'm an expert at this fight? No. I just really enjoyed it. Crap. Ideally, he would not have gotten this off. But I think she can use her ult to dodge this. Yeah. Not every character has that kind of technology. Kiran does. She does. I think Isla might be able to teleport out of it. I don't know for sure.
How dare you!
Alright, time for the second best cutscene in all of roguelike gaming. I don't know, I feel like these in the game are so good. Someone might say otherwise, but I don't know. I can't skip these. Like, they're not that long, but even just to get hyped up for the fight, I can't skip these.
A worthy opponent.
Alright, we have no mana, unfortunately.
Guns are loaded.
Have to do a lot of basic attacks. They get hit by everything. Right here? Yeah.
I see. Prove to me your respect.
was gonna say, I think there's an explosion, but it didn't happen. As you see, I am using my flotation to my advantage. I'm gonna use my health pot. We got Big Krotech. Kill him before he uses his health pot. Saving his health pot for Astral Ascent 2. Should have known better. Alright, Big Unk Aura. Such a good fight. Now, I would like to say that my build is doing quite a lot of work specifically for this. If this was like lightning or fire, I think it would have been a completely different story. Even if I had all the gambits and all the auras to line that up. It's like that worked because we keep him in place with the freeze. And of course, being able to float above him, also very good. Like, we were going missile and target earlier. I don't think target would have helped. Target would have, like, reduced his defenses and increased our crit rate, but outside of that, I don't think it was gonna move the needle. Not like that, anyway. That was sick. Yamat Gaming right here. Sheesh. The third best cutscene of all of roguelike gaming. I always laugh seeing Gemini in there. Like, you just told me, join me to kill thousands, and now you're gonna kill the final boss with everyone else? Alright, we get an ending here.
Yamat, your strength and will always shined when we were imprisoned. After your father's fall, you reached out to Sova, and together, you seek to understand his history. Kieran asked if you wanted to join
Sova
his guild,
is her mother,
but
by
you
the way.
refused. You had other plans for your future. Oh, Yamat, listen to Sova. Be wise and listen to her words.
Sova's the owl that actually brings us into each fight. And Sova was actually there, doing the execute and the pacify. So we got the actual, like, big lore ending just now. Wow, okay. That was really, really good. I'm surprised that I was able to do that much. That's why I really like to think of this as a busted build hunter, because it kind of matters what the build is. Alright, lots of reward. Big level ups. I believe we're maxed out. We have everything unlocked, basically. We're farming. That was really, really good. I mean, the only thing I need is, like, lore and achievements. Alright. So that was Astral Ascent Yamat Gaming, as you can clearly see. If you want to know more about the game, I'll have a link in the description. Leave the wish list, pick up the DLC if you want to be just like me with my Yamat gameplay. Of course, you know where to find me: Twitch, YouTube. Subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, letting me know if you're gonna pick up the DLC, or if you're seeing this for the first time and kind of surprised at how cooked Astral Ascent can be when I'm behind the wheel anyway. Either way, happy you could watch it, hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you on the next video.